this would be a good time to just stop and talk about the car a little bit, what it is, where I got it from, what its story is really. This is my Ford Anglia. It's a 1958. I bought it maybe 2 weeks ago now. My plan is, in the long term, I want to make it into a showstopper. That's what I do. I build show cars. I wanted to do something a bit different this time, so I've gone down the classic route. Not only a little bit classic, but horrendously classic. It's 67 years old. 67! The chassis is still Ford 100E off the Anglia, but the subframes are RX8 front and rear. At the minute, it's got a 1.8 Z-Tech twin cam engine in it. You know, great engine, but I'm gonna pull that out, put the rotary in it, and make it a little bit more Mazda, if you like. I've never owned a Japanese car before, so why not, you know, butcher a Ford into a Mazda, eh? So far, on stripped down, I've taken the doors off, taken the bonnet off. I'm gonna try and get the wings off today. I would like to, if I get a chance, start cutting these arches off, just so I can see really what's behind them, what's going on. They need to come off and be refit anyway. The guys who built this car before I owned it, Bob and Dude, big shout out. They've done a tremendous job with it, and they built it with parts that were cheap, readily available at the time, and they just wanted to build a really, really cool rat rod, which is what they've done. These arches themselves, they're actually motorcycle arches. I found the receipt in the paperwork that they gave me with the car. So motorcycle fenders, one side cut off, welded onto the car. My plan is to reuse these and just tidy them up a bit, add some more metal down here so they flow in a bit better. Same on the rear. I may carry on all the way down at the bottom, build a skirt out to meet the arches. Not really sure yet, we'll see. Brakes are almost brand new on it. As you can see, they've not even bedded in properly yet. The suspension on it, it's got air suspension. The tank and the compressor and the paddle flaps, they're all D2 air suspension. The actual struts themselves are a real mishmash of different parts. So there is some RX8 stuff there, particularly on the rear, so it bolts up to the subframe. But then on the top, we've got E36 top mounts. I think the strut itself is E36, but with a bag conversion onto the actual shock absorber itself. On the E36, the springs or the bags would be separate to the shock absorber. On the front, it looks like, well, actually, I'm genuinely not sure on the front. It looks like the top mounts are E36. Until I get the actual suspension off and have a good look, I'm not going to be 100% sure. My plan is to renew it all. With what's there, I will put new on, but I will probably put new of what's on there at the minute. So figure out what they've done, how they've done it, refresh that, make that new. Bodywork wise, I'm going to go back to bare metal with this. It's only in primer anyway, so it seemed crazy not to really. So I'm a paintless dent repair technician by trade, so I'll get the body back as straight as I possibly can using paintless dent repair techniques, things like that. And then once I think it's as good as it can get, I'll paint stripper the whole car, get everything off, get it back into a fresh coat of epoxy, and then from there work with the bodywork, getting the dents filled, getting things like that. Interior wise, that's all going to come out, literally everything, back to a bare shell inside. I'm going to redo all the wiring, so I'll just do a very basic 12 volt system for the interior of the car. The engine will run on a Haltech standalone, apologies, not standalone, it's a Haltech plug-in ECU. That's what I'm going to use, engine side. I think it'll just make things a little bit easier in the long run with the engine and things like that. An RX8 fly-by-wire accelerator pedal. Everything else will just be a standalone system. It'll be very, very basic, but very functional is the way I'm wanting to build this car. Almost resto mod.
So I will put some luxuries in there. You know, I'm going to put a stereo in there. It's going to have some speakers. It's going to be a nice car to drive, which is my plan. If you've enjoyed the content so far, please do like and subscribe. Just try and get a channel. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll answer everything I can. If anybody's even got, not questions, but even advice that they want to throw at me, I'm more than happy to take that on board. As I say again, I've never worked with a classic before. This is the first time, so it's going to be a real steep learning curve. Questions from the last video. There was just one in the comments from a young man called Nathan. I think he was from Bradford. He asked, it was a double-barreled question. The first thing he asked was, when are you going to start talking on the videos? Well, here I am. I'm talking now for you. Hope you enjoy. Second one was, will I return to the world of competitive Twister? I never really retired from it. I'm just on a bit of a break. When the 2026 season rolls around, you can guarantee I will be there.